All right, time to talk about one of my favorite receivers in this draft, and that's Luther Burden from the University of Missouri. He's going to be a 21-year-old rookie, a true junior coming out of college. Was extremely productive as a sophomore in 2023. That production nearly cut in half this season as a junior. And that's one of the big red flags with Luther Burden. But let's talk about the skill set. He lined up primarily in the slot. He is a movement player. You want to move him around the formation. They certainly did that, protected him from jams. He didn't face a ton of press coverage in college. But when you look at the skill set, he's quick. He's explosive. He's a dynamo with the ball in his hands. One of the more explosive, electric playmakers in this class. And he's a threat to take it to the house anytime he touches the football on offense or even as a return man. He's done a little bit of kick return and punt return during his time with the Mizzou Tigers. So when you're looking at Burden, he's a certain type of receiver, but we've seen this type go high in the draft. Jalen Waddle was a name that I wrote down while watching him. Brandon Cooks was a name that I wrote down while watching him. I also wrote down former Eagles first-round pick Jalen Reagor. So you've got varying levels of success here when you're talking about a player like Luther Burden. But when I watch him, one of the more impressive yards after catch players that I've studied at the receiver spot in the last couple of drafts. He's excellent with the ball in his hands, but he's not just an underneath guy. He also flashes great ability down the field to be able to finish and make plays over the shoulder in the vertical passing game. And also, when I watched him in 2023, some really good moments over the middle, exposing his body to punishment and taking hits, making catches through contact. Wasn't just like a finesse space player, but showed that ability to get those dirty yards and make those plays in traffic that you're going to have to do as a slot receiver in the NFL. He can still get a little bit better as a blocker. He can still get a little bit better as a route runner. Good flashes in both areas. Like to see him get a little bit better in both, though, moving to the league. Ultimately, this is a guy who didn't put the ball on the ground often. He's got, I mentioned the qualities after the catch, the inside-outside ability. To me, looks like he would be a dynamic number 2 receiver or potentially a solid number 1, depending on the skill set there. Remember, I wrote down some of these guys, Jalen Waddle, Brandon Cooks, they both profiled as that similar type of skill set coming out of college. Now it's just a matter of landing spot and fit. With where he's being talked about going, which is late round 1, early round 2, there are some teams where he could come in and be a wide receiver 3. That would be a great kind of situation here for Luther Burden. To me, again, one of the more dynamic players in this class. Now, where does he go? It's going to be fun to watch, but this guy's got a ton of ability.